series full of all the Latimerians. So let's load up the My League again. Let's go back to where we left off. So as we know, in the last episode, all the players were drafted, and out of all them players, with Asher and Emmanuel going first. So right now, we have Joan on the Bucks, Julian on the Bulls, Fenton, George Powell, Ariel and Declan on the Celtics, Eamon and Yamin on the Hawks, Jack on the Heat, Isaac on the Hornets, Denison on the Magic, Ashwin on the Mavs, Jacob on the Nets, Hemon on the Pacers, Aiden on the Pelicans, Sean on the Pistons, Harry on the Spurs, Joshin on the Suns, Kim on the Trailblazers, and then finally Theo on the Warriors, with also Alex Traynor on the Wizards. Right, so that was it. And also last season, so far Isaac has got 2 All-Star appearances and Jack Trigg 1. Isaac won Rookie of the Year, Theo's won 6th Man of the Year, and Harry has won Most Improved Player of the Year so far throughout this series. So let's begin with Simon all the way to the All-Star game. So Isaac, what are your predictions for MVP, Rookie of the Year, or not Rookie of the Year? So for MVP, Most Improved, and 6th Man of the Year this season. And do you reckon any of us would make first team All-NBA in either defense or just in general? Alright, it's coming up to the All-Star break, so we can see who the captains. I wonder if anyone of us have become captains, let alone made the first team starters. Don't forget, at the end of this season, everyone becomes a free agent. So it's going to be interesting to see who decides to go to the NBA Championship winners or some lower league team. Will Isaac stay at the Hornets? Will all 4 players stay at the Celtics? Let's see. So, looks like Giannis and James Harden yet again are captains. Did any of us make the starters? No. Did any of us make the reserves? Ayman Kamal has made the All-Star game for the first time in his career. Also joined by Jonah and Julian Fricker. So Eamon, Jonah and Julian have all made the All-Star game for their first time in their career. Very interesting. Alright, now let's sim to see how they did in the All-Star game. Yes, Isaac, you never know, you must be bad. Now, it just might be the team that you're on. You're still stuck on the crappy Hornets, sorry. So, let's quickly check who won thing. Damian Lillard won 3-point, and R. Newton won slam dunk. So, none of us have won that. So, the All-Star break. Let's see. So, Ayman Kamal, 10, 1, and 3. And Sean also made the All-Star game. So I just didn't say he was there. And he went 2, 0, and 4. On James's team, Ashwin also made the team. But it looks like Jonah was injured. So it looks like Ashwin had to fill in for Jonah. So he went 7, 4, and 4. And Julian went 2, 0, and 5. So 2 surprise people, both Sean and Ashwin, made the All-Star game. Now, let's just quickly check to see if anyone is in fact injured at the moment. And Isaac has got a broken right ankle and is out for 4 to 6 weeks. Jonah has left shin splints, so he'll be out for 1 to 2 weeks. So that's why, unfortunately, he didn't play in the All-Star game. And is anyone else injured? Heman Sukan has sprained his right toe. That's actually funny. Alright, now to the end of the season. We go. Seems like Isaac may be missing the next couple of weeks in the season. Isaac, this is 2 years in a row you have been injured during the All-Star break. And we've now reached the end of the season. So, will anyone win MVP? Giannis Antetokounmpo wins Most Valuable Player, with Theo Hepworth for the second year, for his second time winning this competition. Theo Hepworth, 6th Man of the Year. Kobe White, Most Improved. Unfortunately, no one here won that. Coach of the Year, Atlanta Hawks, which means Giannis have had very good seasons. Let's see. Anyone make All NBA first team? No. All NBA second team. I have made. Josh and Halil has made the NBA All second team, playing for the Phoenix Suns. And on the third team, Jonah, Fenton, and Sean, making All NBA third team. All NBA defense. None of us have made the defense teams, unfortunately. And that's it. Looking at our stats from the season now. It's going to be interesting. Player stats. On the 76ers, none of us are on there. The Bucks. Jonah, improvements, going 19, 7, and 6. On the Bulls, Julian, 16, 6, and 7. On the Celtics, surprisingly enough, George Powell, 14, 2, and 4. First time for Ariel getting a double-double at the end of the season, averaging 13, 11, and 4. Fenton, 12, 8, and 5. And Declan, 10, 3, and 5. Then, on the Clippers, no one's on the Clippers. Grizzlies, nope. On the Hawks, Eamon, yet again, leading the Hawks in scoring, averaging 20, 5, and 4. With Yamin averaging 11, 4, and 4. The Heat, Jack Trigg averaging 11, 5, and 6. Hornets, Isaac, yet again, averaging over 20 points per game, going 22, 5, and 5. Denison, 15, 3, and nearly a double-double, but 10, pretty much. Ashwin, 17, 8, and 5. On the Nets, Jacob, 15, 6, and 2. Where's Hemon? Hemon, 11, 8, and 4. Pelicans, Aiden, 13, 7, and 6. That is a downgrade from last season at the moment. Sean, 15, 6, and 9. Harry Hine, leading the Spurs this year, averaging 16, 4, and 5. The Suns, I averaged 16, 8, and 5. Trailblazers with Kim Davis, left knee tendinitis, out for 1 to 2 weeks, averaging 13, 6, and 4. Theo averaging 16, 3, and 6. And finally the Wizards, Alex Trainer averaging 11, 9, and 3. Alright, let's go into the playoffs. Ready for when free agency kicks in. Will anyone actually this year get a ring? So far, Ariel, Fenton, Declan, and George Powell have all got rings while on the Boston Celtics. Can they win it 2 years in a row? Someone's getting a ring, whether it's the Pelicans or the Hawks. Who will win? And it's the Hawks. Trae Young, Finals MVP. So, Eamon and Yamin both gain rings, going 8, 4, and 3, and Eamon 17, 6, and 6. On the Pelicans, unfortunately, Aiden going 12, 6, and 3 wasn't enough to help them win the championship. Now, player retirements. Has anyone retired? Al Horford, Chris Paul, Rudy Gay, LaMarcus Aldridge, Dragic, Lopez, Gordon, Cal. Loads of very good players are retired. Did any of us retire? They may have retired at the end of their contract. I highly doubt it. Hall of Fame inductees. Only Chris Paul made Hall of Fame. Going to the draft lottery. The Knicks have the highest possible. The Spurs, however, with Harry Hine, get the first pick of the draft. Going past into team player options. So quick check. In the NBA draft, where did Alex Antetokounmpo go? He went to the Grizzlies with the 11th pick of the draft. Qualifying offers. Did anyone want to stay? His qualifying offer extended so far. So free agency. We're going to skip to the player progression because we want to see where everyone went. Okay. Do we get to see? Where is it? Transaction reports. So 76ers did not sign anyone that we know. Neither did the Milwaukee Bucks. Did the Bulls sign anyone? They signed Julian Fricker to a 5-year deal worth $147 million. Wow. He must be doing very well. Then, the Cleveland Cavaliers did not sign any of us. The Celtics, how many of us did they sign? They only signed George Powell and Fenton back, with George Powell also having the same contract as Julian Fricker, with Fenton having an increased amount of money, with $184 million over 5 years. The Los Angeles Clippers did not sign anyone. Neither did the Grizzlies. The Atlanta Hawks did not sign Amon or Yamin back. Very interesting. The Miami Heat signed Jack Trigg on a 5-year deal worth 146 mil. So stayed with the thing. The Charlotte Hornets, they in fact did keep Isaac on a $157 million dollar deal over 5 years. The Utah Jazz, did anyone sign from the Utah Jazz? No. Sacramento Kings, neither signed anyone here. Neither did the New York Knicks. The Lakers, did the Lakers sign anyone? The Lakers did not. The Orlando Magic signed Denison Madan back on a 5-year deal worth 145 mil. The Dallas Mavericks, here's where I get interesting. They did sign Ashwin back on a £157 million 5-year deal. Seems like everyone's signing 5-year deals. So it's there. No one signed to the Nuggets. The Pacers, they in fact did sign Hemant Sukan back on a 5-year deal. The Pelicans, they signed Aiden Reynolds on a 5-year £156 million dollar deal. The Detroit Pistons signed Sean on a 5-year $188 million deal. Jeez. No one went to the Raptors. The Rockets, no one signed with the Rockets. Harry signed an $150 million deal for 5 years to the Spurs. The Phoenix Suns signed me on a 5-year $185 million deal. The Oklahoma City Thunder signed Declan Nilsson on a 4-year $116 million deal. So he has now been moved from the Boston Celtics to the Oklahoma City Thunder, where he'll be joined by no one else. The Timberwolves didn't sign any of us. The Portland Trailblazers, however, signed Kim Davis to a £157 million deal, re-signing him, and they've also added Eamon Kamal and Jacob Holland, both on a $116 million deal worth 4 years. The Golden State Warriors keep Theo Hepworth on a 1 year, £8 million deal, however, so only 1 year. And the Washington Wizards re-sign Alexander Traynor to a 5 year, £156 million deal. So, who has not been signed? Who is an actual free agent? Did Ariel Ward get re-signed? I don't think Ariel actually got re-signed. That's the thing. Oh my. Neither did Jonah, apparently. Or did he? I wonder who didn't get signed. Did a few people not get signed on the deal? Let's have a quick check of the rosters again. So we go to the rosters. So we go player stats. So on the 76ers, no, none of us are on the 76ers. The Bucks, did they re-sign Jonah? No, they did not. The Bulls, they did in fact sign Julian Fricker back on a deal. The Cavs, oh, yeah, my game's a bit slow. The Cavs did not sign any of us. Celtics did in fact keep Fenton and George Powell on a deal. Clippers did not sign any of us, did they? No. The Grizzlies did not sign any of us either. The Hawks did not. The Heat signed Jack Trigg back on a deal. The Hornets signed Isaac back on a deal. I actually have a feeling that a few people did not actually get signed. Who did not get signed? This is very interesting. So the biggest deal though, however, was in fact from the Trailblazers. Pacers did not sign anyone except Hammond. Pelicans, they kept Aiden, no one else. Did the Pistons sign anyone again? Sean, is that it? Looks like it. The Raptors did not sign anyone just yet. The Rockets, no. The Spurs, in fact, signed Harry back on a deal. The Suns, they kept me. The Thunder did not. Oh, the Thunder did sign Declan on a 4-year deal. Very nice. The Timberwolves did not sign any of us. Very interesting. Do you guys know where you can find free agents that have not been picked for this season? By any chance? Do any of you know where you can find free agents that have not been signed just yet? Free agents, where the hell is that? Oh, here. Okay. So Jonah is a free agent, Yamin is a free agent, and Ariel Ward is a free agent. And by the looks of things, only them three are free agents. So Jonah was expecting £28 million for 1 year, Yamin 28, and Ariel 27. So them three did not get signed to a deal, which is very interesting. We'll later see whether they did get signed to a deal. So we're going to go back to the season, and we're going to sim all the way, as usual, to the All-Star break. I can see we have 2 viewers, other than Isaac, who is here. I wonder if at the end of the season, because them 3 players did not get signed, will any of them retire early? And after them free agency changes, will anyone have more of a chance of winning any awards? Theo has already won the 6th Man of the Year twice in a row while at the Golden State Warriors, and he's been signed there yet again for a 1-year contract. So far, only 6 players have in fact gained a ring. Declan, George Powell, Fenton, Eamon, Yamin and Ariel have all gained a ring, with Fenton winning Finals MVP. The Timberwolves, Suns. Sorry for my game being quite slow at times. We're slowly getting up to the All-Star break, where we can see if anyone did in fact get on the team. So far, only 6 people have actually participated in an All-Star game or been selected. Eamon, Jonah, Sean, Ashwin, Jack and Isaac. Will Isaac finally not be injured at an All-Star break? We will see. Zion Williamson is a captain. So in the starters, did anyone make the starters? No one made the starters. Very interesting. Ashwin, Alex Traynor, first time All-Star. So Ashwin, Alex Traynor, Julian Fricker, Josh and Halil, first time All-Star. Fenton, second time. Sean, second time. And that, so far, is it. Isaac has not been picked yet again. Could that be due to some injury concerns? We will have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see. In fact, we will check the injury list right now. Injury report. Denison Madan out for a whole season with a torn left ACL. Now that is deep. Also, did anyone else get injured? Isaac Dennis yet again breaking a bone with a broken left hand for 4 to 6 weeks this time. Kim Davis, torn right hand ligament, 2 to 4 weeks. And is anyone else injured? Left calf muscle. day to day. And that is it so far. Now skip to the All-Star break, where multiple people have been selected. We are now past the All-Star break. We can see that Julian Fricker won the 3-point contest. Wow. In the All-Star break, let's see. I went 7-4-2. Fenton 7-2-0. So far, that looks like it for now. Ashwin 19-1-0. Sean 7-3-6. And Julian 2-1-6. So very interesting. So Denison Madan is out for a whole season with a torn ACL. That is the worst injury any of us have got so far, other than Isaac having been injured 3 All-Star breaks in a row. When will he not be injured? And we're now at the end of the season. So, very interestingly, Zion Williamson has won the most valuable player, with Theo Hepworth 2 years in a row, 3rd time in his career, winning 6th Man of the Year. Most improved player going to Donovan Mitchell with them terrible stats. And yet again, the Hawks. No one made first team All-NBA. Second team NBA. Sean, Fenton, and me have made All-NBA. Food poisoning 1 to 2 weeks. Oh my god. Someone please state that. Oh my. All-NBA third team. Ashen making his first appearance in the All-NBA team. All defensive first. The first time we've had someone. Julian Fricker on the Chicago Bulls. And all defensive second. Fenton Kayinde and Aiden Reynolds with a 6 to 8 weeks dislocated right patella. Shh. Wait, shut up. Okay, a moment. There we go. So going into this playoff, we can now check what everyone got. Oops. So player stats. No one signed for the 76ers. The Bucks, did Jonah re-sign? Nope. The Bulls, Julian Fricker, 16, 6, and 7. Very interesting. The Cavs, no one signed for the Cavs. The Celtics, Fenton, averaging a low 13, 7. No, 13, 10, and 6. Low point tally compared to last year. But George Powell, an improvement, 17, 4, and 4. Clippers. Did anyone sign on the Clippers? No. The Grizzlies. No one signed on the Grizzlies either. The Hawks. No one signed on the Hawks either. The Heat. Jack Trigg. 11, 5 and 7. It's a downgrade from last season. Isaac Dennis, yet again, 20 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. When is he ever going to make us an All-NBA team again? Still no one signed just yet. Oh, Ashwin, 27 and 6. That really should be a most improved player, but it's not. The Nets, did they sign anyone? Nope. The Nuggets didn't either sign anyone either. Pacers, Hemon, 12, 8 and 4. Very interesting. Aiden, 13, 7 and 6. It's an improvement from last season. The Pistons, Sean, 18, 6 and 9. Very well. No one signed on the Raptors. Rockets. No one on the Rockets. Spurs, yet again, Harry leading the Spurs on points with 17, 5 and 6. On the Suns, I averaged 15, 9 and 5, which is actually a downgrade from last year. Very interesting. The Thunder, Declan, averaging a career high 17, 5 and 5. The Trailblazers, Eamon, averaging a career high 18, 6 and 4. With Kim averaging 12, 5 and 4. And Jacob 10, 2 and 5. On the Warriors, Theo Hepworth 14, 4 and 6. Very interesting. And finally, the Wizards. Where is Alex Traynor? 10, 8 and 4. So this is very interesting. If we now go back to free agents, if I can, is there any free agents? Upcoming free agents still. Theo Hepworth is an upcoming free agent. Is anyone else here an upcoming free agent? No. So only Theo Hepworth. Will be interesting to see where he goes. So, the playoffs. Where will everyone go in the playoffs for the 5th season of everyone's careers? Will the Atlanta Hawks win for 2 years in a row? Or will they be stopped? So far, the Portland Trailblazers could be a team to stop them. Or Philly. And the Atlanta Hawks win the championship yet again. Trae Young winning Finals MVP. On the Hawks, no one was on the Hawks. However, on the Trailblazers, Eamon's 13, 5 and 2, Kim's 10, 2 and 0, and Jacob's 8, 5 and 3 wasn't enough to let them win the championship. So we now advance to the start of next season. Any player retirements from any of our players? So they've only played 5 years, so we have to check. Surprisingly enough, Anthony Simmons, 5 years, has retired. Ariel Ward, after 3 years a pro, has retired, aged 23. Wow. Now that is very interesting. 7'7", Ariel Ward has retired already. No one made Hall of Fame, surprisingly enough, by the looks of things. The draft lottery. Who will win the draft lottery? Looks like it's changed, 11.1%. So the Clippers have got the first pick in the draft. Very interesting. Now we're going to go all the way to after free agency, and we're going to see where in fact all these players that still haven't signed, such as Jonah, Yamin and Theo. It will be interesting to see where they where they are by the end of free agency. So we now go over and we go check the signings transaction report. So 76ers did not sign any players of us. Nope. Where did Theo Hepworth, Yamin, and Jonah go? Alex Trainer, was he also? Oh, is crap. Yes, but I've seen things. He may be. Did I sign to a new contract? Yes, you did. In fact, sign to a new one. And the Utah Jazz, after a year break, signed Yamin on a 4-year, $116 million deal. Surprisingly enough, the Kings did not sign anyone. The Los Angeles Lakers did not sign any of us. Who else? We're just waiting on Jonah and Theo to be signed to a team. It doesn't look like any of them will be signed to a team. So 3-time sixth man of the year, Theo Hepworth, may not be signed by a single team. Very interesting. The Phoenix Suns don't even pick him up. The Oklahoma City Thunder don't pick him up. The Timberwolves don't pick him up. Where the hell? Oh, Theo Hepworth this time signed a 5-year, $150 million deal with the Warriors. The Wizards did not sign Jonah. Why do you have 32 3-pointer? Do you? I will have to check that. So, if I go, it does not say you have a 32 3-pointer. Player stats from last year. We go to the Wizards. Alex Trainer. 3-point percentage is you only averaged is 0.6 3-points attempted. You do not have 32 3-pointer, don't worry. And if you do, you shouldn't. So now we're gonna go into, let's check, did anyone not make free agents? I don't think so. Let me back out and I'll quickly check. Bear with. May take 1 or 2 minutes. So if I get up, you're sat, and we'll have to check. Alex Trainer. Let's check your 3-point. Your threes is a 78. So it is not 32%. So I don't understand what they're talking about. So it might just be the team you're on. You never know. So we're going to go into the new season. By the looks of things, Jonah did not get picked up yet again. Jonah. So Jonah's career is slowly crumbling. Very interesting. If I go to free agents, doesn't say where free agents. Here, yet again, Jonah is still a free agent. And no one else is a free agent. So we're going to go all the way to the All-Star break yet again, as we always do. And we're going to see, did anyone make it? Yeah, Alex, you make 8 rebounds per season. So it's calm. So Alex, Ariel Ward retired after 3 seasons in the NBA at 7'7". He didn't make an all-team first defense, surprisingly enough. So let's see. In fact, loads of people managed to gain higher stats. Like everyone went up, such as Declan when he went to the OKC, his stats went up. You have in fact made an All-Star team. You made the last All-Star team. You made it in the last season. So you should be happy about that. Theo, surprisingly enough, I'm actually surprised that this happened, but seeing as he's on the Golden State Warriors and he's with thing, you want to see your player? I will in fact show you your player at the All-Star break, because I like to check. I'll check mid-season stats. So we'll see what happens. If you make All-Star time again, then you never know. It might just be the fact that you're on the Wizards. Because they do have, in fact, Rui Hachimura, John Wall, and everyone could be stealing your points. Aiden, you want to see your player? Yes. So, in fact, Aiden, I don't think you're with... actually, no, you are with the Pelicans still. You signed a 4-year deal with them for like 150 something mil. So remember, this is the 6th season of the NBA. Show him the stats. Yes, I'll show you the stats when we get to All-Star break. We'll see who's in All-Star team first. His player isn't dead, Ashram. He made all defensive second team last year. You made all NBA third, Ashram. Don't worry, Aiden. You so nearly got a ring last year with Zion Williamson because he carried you. We're nearly coming up to All-Star break. We can see if anyone made captaincy. Aiden, your 3-point is, I think, in the 80s. So let's check. So yet again, Zion and Giannis main thing. Did anyone make starters? Ashwin, Fenton, and Isaac actually made starters. Isaac, for the first time in 3 years, actually made the All-Star team after being injured. Will he be injured again 3 years in a row? Obviously, we can't have Isaac on the same team as Ashwin. So. And who else made it? Eamon made the All-Star team. Sean made the All-Star team. And it looks like that was it for this year. This is the 6th or 7th season, roughly around that time. Only Ariel has retired so far. So, we're going to... I will in fact check your player stats out for you real quick. Bear with. Your 3-point shouldn't be too bad, Aiden. Don't worry. Your guy's lacking. Well, as soon as I check Aiden's player stats for you, I'm gonna show everyone their stats mid-season, or as soon as we see the All-Star game. because that's when All-Star break would have in fact finished. So Aiden, let's check your player out real quick, if Aiden's still here. So Aiden, your 3-point is 82. So you're doing decent so far. Aiden, don't worry, it's not a bit dead. The highest is the highest 3-point that we started off with was, I think, Isaac. He had like an 85, 86, 87 one. So it's all calm. So we're gonna skip to the end of the All-Star break, and then I'm gonna show everyone their stats. So we have reached the three All-Star. Who did well? So we go here. Isaac went 15, 2 and 4. Eamon 5, 0 and 3. Fenton actually made the All-Star game, so someone may have got injured and went 0, 6 and 9. 0 points after 26 minutes. Ashwin went 14, 1, 7. Sean 0, 0 and 7. Right, so far no one on the 76. The Bucks, no one's on the Bucks. The Bulls, Julian's averaging 14, 6 and 6. Anyone on the Cavs? No. The Celtics, Fenton 17, 10 and 5. So far averaging a double-double. George 17, 3 and 5. On the Hawks, no one's on the Hawks. On the Heat, Jack Trigg injured 6 to 8 weeks, lower right leg stress fracture. Very interesting. 16, 6 and 7. On the Hornets, Isaac averaging a career high 26 points, 5 rebounds and 4 assists. Very interesting. So then the Jazz, no one's on the Jazz, no one's on the Kings or Knicks or Lakers. Magic, has Denison returned from his injury? Yes, he has. So returning from an ACL injury, he's averaging 8, 2 and 5, which is a career low. The Mavericks, Ashton's averaging a career high, actually no, not career high, but 19, 7 and 6. The Nets, no one is on the Nets. The Nuggets, nope. The Pacers, Hemon averaging 12, 8 and 3. The Pelicans, Aiden is averaging 12, 7 and 5 so far. There you go, Aiden. The Pistons, Sean's averaging 15, 6 and 8. Spurs, Harry 14, 4 and 6. I'm averaging 16, 9 and 5. Do we still have... We do not have Devin Booker. Declan averaging 18, 4 and 5. Trailblazers, Eamon averaging 20, a career high 20, 6 and 4. Kim, lower right leg stress fracture, 4 to 6 weeks. So he's averaging 14, 5 and 3. Jacob, 13, 2 and 5. Same as always for Jacob. Theo, 15, 3 and 6. Devin don't worry, Aiden. Sean is on the Pistons, and you're on the Pelicans. You have Zion Williamson, and he has crap. Alex Traynor, let's see. He's averaging a career high 10.2 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. It's a career high. Career high. Now, if I go check your stats. Look. If I show you the Pelicans and then the Pistons. So Pelicans, right? You got Zion Williamson, who's averaging 26, 10, and 6, right? So you're averaging 12 points. When Pistons here, look, they've only got Sekou Doumbia. That's averaging higher than Sean, right? They've got Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond. They must be doing well this season, right? So it's still good. Who's won a ring? So far, in the 3rd season, Fenton, George Powell, Ariel and Declan won a ring with the Celtics, and Fenton got Finals MVP. And then with the Hawks, the season afterwards, Eamon and Yamin both won a ring. And so far, that is in fact it. Ariel's already retired, Ashwin. So it's a bit of a rip. And that's it so far. So we're now going to sim to the end of the season. Will Alex still keep his career high of 10 points? You want me to check everyone's 3-point? I'll check their 3-point percentage, okay? So I go to season stats, okay. So Jack, if I go to the Heat real quick, you are in fact an 83 overall, but only because you're injured. Otherwise, you would be a 92 overall. Right, so who's the first player? So Julian's 3-point percentage is 35%. On the Celtics, George Powell's is 40 and Fenton's is also 40. On the Heat, Jack's is 33%. On the Hornets, Isaac is 45%. Okay. On the Magic, Denison's is 28%, but only because he torn his ACL last year. Ashwin is 44%. Hemmons is 34%. Wow. Aiden is 34%. Aiden, how do you feel that Hemmond has a higher 3-point than you? Sean, 38%. Jack, the only reason that you've got a low 3-point percentage this year is because you've been injured. You tore your right leg calf muscle. So, you know. The Spurs, Harry's averaging 40%. I got 36%. Declan, 38 or 39%. Eamon, 42%. Kim, 35%. Jacob, 38%. Clint Capella, 0 field goals attempted. Warriors, Theo's averaging 38% and Alex Traynor 24%. Oh, he's a 93 overall. Oh my god. Oh, that's actually jokes. Right, we're gonna skip to the end of the season. Poor Alex Traynor, you know, 28%. How is your 3-point that low? Well, yeah. 24. Yeah, it's a bit peak, you know. To be honest, everyone's sim has been very interesting. Like, the most surprising thing is the fact that Isaac has averaged 20 points per season and not once made an All-NBA team. Literally, Isaac's averaged over 20 points and not once made an All-NBA team. Except the fact that he's won Rookie of the Year, and that's it. That's the best Isaac's ever got so far. And he was injured 3 years in a row. So, you know. Oh, when did you make it? It must have been the first season then that you made it. So, most valuable player is Zion Williamson. 6th man of the year. 3 years in a row. 4th time in his career. Theo Hepworth has made 6th man of the year. And most improved player is no one, surprisingly enough. For all NBA first team, Isaac Dennis with the Charlotte Hornets. Very interesting. All NBA second team, Fenton and myself. All NBA third team, Ashwin Sean. All defensive team, Julian Fricker makes it for the 2nd year in a row. Mo Bamba. And that seems it for now. So we're going to check the end of season stats, obviously, because we want to be nice. Theo is actually Lou Williams. Yes, he is. He's won it 4 times in his career and 3 years in a row, all with the Warriors. So, the Bulls, Julian averaged 15, 6 and 5 on the Celtics. George 18, 5 and 1, and Fenton 17, 11 rebounds and 5 assists. The Heat, Jack 17, 6 and 7. 2 steals per game. Probably the highest in the league. I'll check that afterwards. Isaac, career high, 27 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. With the Magic, Dennison, 10, 2 and 8. Slowly clutching up his score from this year. Ashwin, 19, 7 and 6. Pacers, Hemon, 12, 8 and 3. Aiden, 13, 6 and 6. It's the highest you've been in the last 3 years, actually. Sean, 16, 6 and 8. No, Isaac, to be honest. Denny may have averaged double-double in the last 2 years, but to be honest, he did get an ACL injury. Aiden, 13, 6, 7 and 6. It's calm. Spurs, Harry, 14, 4 and 6. I averaged 17, 9 and 5, which is actually a career high. This is my career high, boys. Declan, career high, 18, 4 and 5. Trailblazers, Eamon, career high, 21, 6 and 4. Kim, 13, 6 and 3. And Jacob, 13, 2 and 4. Theo, 15, 4 and 6. And Alex, 10, 9 and 4. Still career high, because you never averaged higher than 10 points per game before. Or higher than 9.7. So now we're going to go into the playoffs. So, will the Atlanta Hawks win it 3 years in a row? That is the question. Or will someone stop them? Check most steals. Yes, I will in fact check most steals as soon as this get things done. But we need to hope that the Hawks don't win 3 years in a row. Otherwise, they're basically the Golden State Warriors super team. They've been knocked out by the Orlando Magic. Oi. Will Dennison win? Oh, and the Timberwolves have won. LaMelo Ball, Finals MVP. Oh my. No one's on the Magic 6, 1 and 4 from Dennison. No one's on the Timberwolves. Interesting. Yeah. So we're gonna advance. Let me quickly check player stats from last year. So if I go season stats and I go player stats, actually no, wait, oops, league leaders, sorry, and I go to stills. Where did Jack's ones go? Or is that playoffs? No, let's see. Where did Jack's stills go, eh? Blocks per game. No one. Go on. It said Jack had very high steals. Where did that go? Is he not here? Huh. But Jack, with your 2.1 steals that was there, you would have got the joint highest with Ja Morant. So very well on that one. Have you made the playoffs? You have in fact made the playoffs multiple years in a row, Alex, but you just haven't made it further than the semi-finals. So we're going to skip to player retirements. Did anyone retire after their long seasons? Jonah retired after 3 years in the NBA pro at the age of 25. So he's also joining Ariel in the retirement list. And no one else has retired. So, oh yeah, Aiden actually did make finals, but he hasn't actually done well. They didn't actually do well. So draft lottery, will any of your teams get helped? The question is no. The highest team was where's the Wizards? You got the 11th. Decent. So we're gonna skip all the way to the. Is anyone on free agency or no? Because if not, we're just gonna skip all the way to the next season. The time is in fact 20 to 8, and I will be going off at 20 past 8, maybe even half past. Who plays for DC? I don't actually know. Let me have a check. So, I don't think any trades have taken place. So, obviously, we're just going to see the player stats. So, DC. Oh my god, why is my game frozen? There we go. By DC, what do you mean, by the way? Oh, DC, oh, Wizards. Ah, yes. Yes, Alex Trainer plays for the Wizards, actually. Yeah, my game's frozen, slightly frozen. Right, so we're gonna skip all the way to the All-Star break as we always do. So, like as always, can you make your predictions for MVP, sixth man of the year, and most improved? So Isaac for MVP. Okay, so he reckons Isaac. So Isaac reckons him. Theo. And for most improved, Giannis. Oh, Giannis for what? Aiden, Giannis for what? For most improved. Okay. Most improved Aiden, okay. Who else? Aiden's mom's back for most improved player. Oh, that's actually jokes. Isaac's mother for Reaper. Okay, that's actually jokes. To be honest, it would be interesting if I was able to create Miles and put him into the sim as like the new draft class. Like just stick him in the new draft and see how well he does in the NBA. See whether he does better than Isaac. So basically, so far, the biggest award won by any player was actually Fenton because he won Finals MVP. The most amount of awards won, Theo, 4-time sixth man of the year, and the most first team NBA teams was actually Isaac. He's only got one. Velma for MVP. Oh my god. what week do we have tomorrow? We have week 2. So English is last thing. So my class is having to do the recording thing, which is actually so annoying. I don't want to do that, but we have to. So Isaac's mum has 0 blocks. Who's Velma again? Is that Aiden's sister? And if Velma is Aiden's sister, then Alex, you're a nonce. Because do you know how old Aiden's sister is? Alright, we're coming up to All-Star break. Did anyone make captains? Doncic is an All-Star captain. So, Harry Hine, Fenton, and Isaac all made starters. So, you know, Harry Hine, Fenton, and Isaac. Okay. Very interesting. And on the reserves, Alex Trainer. Alex, you made first time for you. George Powell is the only other people. So, Alex, you have actually made it. Is Alex here to witness it? Or is he not? Yeah, get the camera, you know. So we'll check your stats at the end of the All-Star thing. Hall of Fame. Okay. You lot are actually jokes. Because I don't give her a break. Ashwin, you apparently didn't make it, but you never know. Isaac might get injured for like the 4th time in 5 years, if that does happen. If not, it's 3 and 4. So, no one won. Let's see. So, Isaac 14, 4 and 3. Sean made it somehow 4, 2 and 7, and Hemon made it 4, 1 and 0. Interesting. And on here, George Powell 12, 1 and 2. I made it 10, 0 and 0. Fenton 8, 6 and 5. And Aiden 4, 2 and 0. Seems like someone was injured, also known by Alex Trainer. If I quickly look, he in fact has, where is it? Kim Davis, left knee tendinitis, 2 to 4 weeks. Jacob, right knee tendinitis as well, 1 to 2 weeks. Harry Hines, strained right Achilles, 1 to 2 weeks. Alex Trainer, left finger hairline fracture, day to day. Peak. You missed it on a hairline fracture on your finger. So, season stats. Yeah, that is peak. So far on the Bulls, no, on the Bulls. So Julian 15, 6 and 6 on the Celtics. George Powell, career high season, 22, 4 and 4. Fenton 17, 13 and 5. That's a career high in rebound so far. Then on the Heat, Jack Trigg, career low actually, 12, 6 and 6. So career low points. Isaac 27, 6 and 5. Jazz, Yamin Rahman 15, 5 and 5. Very interesting. Kings, Denison got traded to the Kings, boys, and is averaging 12, 2 and 8. Denison to the Kings. He got traded. Interesting. To the Knicks. No one's on the Knicks except, is that Lonzo? That is Lonzo. The Lakers. No one got traded to the Lakers. Interesting. The Magic. Who did the Magic acquire when they traded Denison for De'Aaron Fox? Okay. Very interesting. Mavericks, Ashwin, 19, 6, and 7. The Nets, no one's on the Nets. The Nuggets, no one's on the Nuggets. Pacers, Hemon, 14, 9, and 4. So that's a career high in rebound so far from Hemon. Aiden, career high, 15, 7, and 6. Aiden, career high, mate. GG's. Sean, 15, 7, and 8. Isaac, Aiden, you're averaging higher than Sean. Hooray. Then on the Spurs, Harry, 17, 5, and 7. I'm averaging 17, 9, and 6. Declan, 18, 4, and 5. Eamon, 17, 5, and 5. It's the lowest amount of points he's had within the past 4 years. Kim, 14, 6, and 6. Jacob, career high, 14 in terms of points. 14, 3, and 5. Warriors, Theo, yet again, 17, 3, and 7. Looks like he's on his way thing. Alex Trainer, career high, 12 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. So career high in terms of points for Alex. So that's the stat so far. So now to the end of the season, where things may get interesting. And also, yes, 12 points. Hey. That's why you made the thing All-Star. So carry on with prediction. So MVP, sixth man, and most improved. Any predictions? It doesn't have to be you lot. It can be anyone in the NBA. Boost my stats. No. It's a sim. I'm not going to boost your stats after 7 years. It's a bit annoying if I do that. I cannot be doing worse than Alex. Alex is on the Wizards. You're on the Heat with Jimmy Butler and that. So you know. It's a bit fair. But Jack, because Alex is averaging career high, you never know. He might get most improved. So you never know. Theo's probably going to get 6th man of the year again. Basically, the new era of the Lou Williams. Could this be the 4th year in a row and 5th time in his career? Or is it the 5th time in a row and 6th time in his career? Does anyone know? Jack, it's up to free agency. You never know. Only Denison's actually been traded so far, so... So, MVP goes to Zion Williamson. 6th man of the year actually goes to Trae Young. RIP to Theo's 6th man of the year. Most improved player? None of us again. So, Isaac and Fenton make All-NBA first. With All-NBA second being no one, and All-NBA third being George Powell. All defensive first, Julian Fricker, and second, no one. So this is very interesting. So by the looks of things, the Bulls got the 7th area in the draft. So we're going to quickly check the standings. So the final area, so player stats. It's up to the thing. It's not up to me. I can't trade anyone because I'm controlling the 76ers. But Bucks, no one's on the Bucks. Bulls, Julian averaging 15, 7, 6. Who else? George Powell's 22, 4, and 5. Fenton 17, 13, and 5. The Heat, where's Jack? 11, 6, and 6. So you're sort of the starting point guard. Isaac, yet again, 27, 6, and 4. The Jazz, Yamin, 15, 5, and 4. Probably his career high. Denison, 12, 2, and 9. The Mavericks, Ashwin, 20 points, 7, and 7. Career high from Ashwin. Ashwin, it's a career high. Pacers, career high from Hemon, 15, 10, roughly, and 4. Aiden, career high, 15, 7 and 5. Career high. And your 3-point percentage, just because of the fact that you're complaining, is 37%. So, Sean, 15, 6 and 8. The Spurs, Harry, 16, 5 and 7. I'm injured. I'm out for the season with a dislocated right patella. RIP. 17, 8 and 6 though, however, for the year. Thunder, Declan, 17, 4 and 5. Trailblazers, Eamon, 18, 5 and 5. Jacob, career high, 14, 3 or 2 and 5. Kim, 13, 6 and 6. Then for the Warriors, CO, 16, 3 and 7. And finally the Wizards, Alex Traynor, 11.4, 8 and 4, with your 3-point percentage being 37%, even though you only shoot 0.7 free things. So now we're gonna go into, let's quickly check, is there any upcoming free agents from any of us? And by the looks of things, no. Which is going to be interesting. 37%. You must have changed your rule because no one is averaging like 30 points. No, I haven't actually changed the rule. Actually, that's the thing. I haven't actually approved of anything. The only thing approved though is the fact that the Rising Stars game had more players in it. So you know, yeah. So simulate playoffs. Did anyone make the playoffs? Isaac did not make thing. I will check the rules this year. Yes, Isaac. Your first seed. Yes, but you got knocked out by the Lakers. As you can see, the Wizards and the Pelicans are on a madness. The Hawks made the finals and the Trailblazers made the finals. Oh my. And the Hawks win, and no one has. I don't think anyone's on the Hawks. The Hawks have no one. Eamon 15, 5 and 4. Jacob 8, 3 and 5, and obviously Kim's injured, so you know, bit of a rip. So, that's the end of the season. So we're gonna check player retirements. Did anyone retire from our group? Let's have a look. So from our group, no one has retired this year. Very interesting. Hall of Fame inductees. Yes. James Harden, Paul George, and Blake Griffin all retired. Interesting. League meetings. Yes, right. So league meetings, boys. So, rejected. Players will not be eligible for the NBA draft until at least 3 years removed from high school, or an international player 21 years old or older. That is rejected. Eliminate financial restrictions when trading. Salaries are no longer required to match. Nope. Only 10 players from each conference will be named to the All-Star team. Nope. Shot clock. Rejected. Abolish the luxury tax. No penalty for exceeding the salary cap. And then, is there any that you could replace it with, such as worst teams? Nope, that's draft lottery. Standings. All-Star. Nope. Shot clock. Foul out. Nope. Lane violation. 8-second. That seems it. Keep the luxury tax. I will prove that. So, no penalty for exceeding the salary cap. That means one team may be overpowered next year. But, you know, let's see. Draft lottery. Will Isaac actually make the playoffs for once? Let's have a look. And the Hornets got 6th pick. Wizards are the 22nd pick. What, Isaac? You said keep the luxury tax. You're supposed to reject. You said keep the luxury tax. Well, going to the next season then. If the deal was to abolish the luxury tax, so teams are going to get bored, then that means that one team will become so overpowered. Do you really want an overpowered team? Oh crap! Just broke my fan in my room. Crap. I'll just chill out in a minute. Alright, so by the looks of things, we're going to advance to the next season. So, did anyone get changed? Traded? Trade. No people traded. Okay, very interesting. Right, we're going to go to the All-Star break, as usual. Either this year, you're either this year or next year, you should be a free agent. So we'll see who. So if you're on a 4-year deal, you want me to redo it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do. So this is the 8th year, right, Isaac? Is it the 8th year? Yeah. So this is the 8th year or 9th year. We're gonna do 10 years. So we're gonna finish it off today with the 10th year, and then next weekend I will redo the whole thing again. Is that fair? So I'll carry on for 2 more seasons after this one, and then we'll refresh it next week with maybe even a few more players if anyone else wants to join in. And then also your stats may change depending on how well you played this morning in the mornings before school. Yeah? So in the mornings before school, if some people hitting like some 6 shots, I may move their stats up, may move them down, depending on how trash they play. Yeah. So we're going to play 10 seasons. So this season, 2 more. And yeah. I think you should 1v1 Sean. Yes, that would be nice. Sean's going to be 99. No. Isaac's character will, in fact, hopefully not win Rookie of the Year for once. Yeah. I think Alex should 1v1 Sean, just for the bants. Well, the problem is, Ashwin, are you willing to give up your first pick in the draft so you could do it again? Nah, don't worry. If we're in games, I'll mark him if you want, Isaac. I'll just foul him one time if you want me to. You Gabe. Isaac, I think you're being a bit too rude because I think you find Alex and Alex are together at the moment. You know. Excuse me, Isaac. Excuse me, and excuse me. I think you find I'm not, and you even know that I'm not because of certain reasons, but I can't state. Oh, yeah. Actually no, I don't decide all stats actually because of the fact that I don't actually just decide the stats. It was in fact Isaac that helped me with it, so you know, it's not my fault. Ashwin made starters as well as Fenton and Isaac. Yet again, the same people. And then on reserves, Aiden. 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 Yeah, Aiden. And only Aiden. Ooh, yes, Aiden. He's making it. So, okay. Yeah, oh, against Jack. No, Jack was the highest overall going into the draft. He was an 84 overall, and everyone else was 83 and below. The lowest was actually Theo. He actually had the lowest with 76 overall, and somehow he's managed to win so many Sixth Man of the Years, coming in from 23rd in the draft. So you know, it's very interesting. How am I not in the top 3 at least? You were drafted 4th. Now, as you know, Jack, you were drafted 5th actually. Sorry, the order went Ashwin, Julian, Isaac, Alex, and you. And then you, Jack. To be honest, Aiden was drafted 13th. I was drafted 14th. Sixth Man of the Year's right. Yes, it's only because Theo went to the Warriors, where they still, in fact, have Curry. So you know, it's very interesting. In fact, I actually simulated the first season. Jack, you are a 6'10" point guard, like you asked. Tyrion, you're the bend, not me. Did anyone win anything? Nope. So All-Star game, who did bits? Isaac went 16, 7, and 2. Anyone else? No one else? Fenton, 12, 9, and 5. Ashwin, 11, 1, and 5. Aiden, 9, 3, and 5. Theo made the All-Star team, going 13, 6, and 2. Jack, I will not up your speed because of the fact that you are in fact the same speed as Isaac in this game for some weird reason. But you know. So let's check the stats at the end of the year. So we're gonna check any injury reports. So far, Alex Trainer, you've got a 6 to 8 weeks down with a broken vertebrae. How do you feel, Alex? You broke your back because you're too busy carrying Alex on it. Who else? Julian, broken right ankle, 1 to 2 weeks. And that seems it. So let's actually see. Upcoming free agents. Harry's an upcoming free agent. Denison is an upcoming free agent. Hemon, upcoming free agent. And is anyone else? That seems it for now, actually. So we're going to check the stats. So what do you reckon the stats are? Who's going to have the highest points? Julian, 17, 5, and 6. Celtics, George Powell, 23, 3, and 5. Fenton, 17, 11, and 6. The Heat, Jack, 13, 5, and 6. Very good. Your free agents are okay. Isaac, 28, 6, and 5. Yamin, 13, 4, and 5. Denison, 13, 3, and 9. Wow. Let's carry on. Ashwin, 19, 7, 7. Very interesting. Hemon, 14, 10, and 4. Career high, actually. Aiden, career high, 16, 7, and 6. Sean, 16. It's career high from Sean, actually. 16, 6, and 7 so far. Then from the Spurs, Harry, 15, 4, and 6. I'm averaging 15, 8, and 5, coming back from a dislocated patella, which made me out for the whole season. Declan, 18, 4, and 6. Aiden, Eamon, career high, 24, 6 and 4. Might get most improved after he got 16 points last year. Kim, 12, 5 and 5. And is Jacob there? Oh, he is. 16, 4 and 6. Theo, 16, 4 and 7. And finally, Alex, 10, 6 and 4. So that seems it for now. Jack, you said you was on a upcoming free agent. Yes, you are in fact an upcoming free agent. So it's you, Harry, Dennison, and Hemman, which is actually going to be very interesting. I wonder where you go. So we're now going to skip to the end of the season and see where everyone goes in the thing. Remember, we're doing this season, next season, and possibly the season after that, depending on the time. Because obviously, you know, Love Island is on at 9, so you know, go watch that. Aiden, what's wrong, man? What's wrong? Love Island. Yeah, what's up, man? You know, Love Island's actually good, to be honest. All the girls are actually disgusting this year, except like 1 or 2. Lucy and Joanna. But, you know, still works out fine watching it. So it's still decent. Okay. Ashwin, mate, you're a woman beater. So don't be calling me gay, because I'm not, and Isaac knows why I'm not, and he cannot state for purposes of my credit at school. Yeah, to be honest it is, but it's addicting still to watch, if I'm honest. So, most valuable player, Zion, 3 years in a row. And no one. Yep, there we go. Oh, all NBA first. Isaac yet again, and Fenton yet again. All NBA. My game is frozen. Oh, we go. All NBA second. Ashwin. And third team, Aiden and Eamon. Aiden, that's your first time being in the thing. Isaac, I do not wank off to men. I wank off to women. And I can't state which women because it's my private matters. First team, no one made first team. Second team, all NBA. Jacob, Aiden, and Fenton. Jacob made all NBA defensive, even though he's 5'11". He's sure about Aiden, mate. What are you on about? You're talking absolute nonsense. So obviously we've got to check the end of year stats, but you know, we'll start off with league leaders. So Isaac actually led the league in points with 28 points. Alex, do you know how long ago I stopped liking Alex? That was about start of the year. You know, I think you find that I've moved on from her. So Isaac, have you still moved on from Nicole? Rebounds. In fact, Fenton got 11. And assists. Denison, 9 assists in the top part with Sean, 7.3. Banter. Simulate player. Isaac knows which people I mean, but I can't state. Still. I mean, yeah. Alright. Aiden, you still might get a ring, you never know. New Orleans Pelicans. Aiden versus Ashwin, and they 4-0'd. 4-0'd. Interesting. Oh, will the Bulls get a championship for Jack? Nope. No one's getting a championship this year, boys. Okay. And the Hawks win it for like the 4th time in this career. Who's still on the Hawks? John Collins, Jaden McDaniels, RJ Hampton, Julius Randle, DeAndre Hunt. Okay, this team's broken. Here's retired my jersey. You're banterful people. Right, so player retirements. Did anyone retire? Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, James Harden again, Gordon Hayward, DeMar DeRozan, Jimmy Butler. Right, did any of us actually retire? The question is, and the answer is no. No one's retired. So, you know, we'll go to Hall of Fame inductees. Did anyone get Hall of Fame? James Harden, Russell, and Durant. Okay. League meetings. So, league meetings. Here we go. Opposing teams will enter the bonus after 14 fouls have been committed in an overtime period. Do we accept that, boys? Eliminate the draft. Okay. Division winners will get the top 3 playoff seeds in each conference based on record. They've approved of this. Do we approve for both of this? Because you never know, the Wizards might actually do well in their one. We'll keep the division one because it might actually be interesting. So, league realignment. No, draft lottery. Draft lottery, boys. So, in the draft lottery... no. Rockets actually got first. Nuggets second. Just say who you're moving on to. I can't state, man. I can't state. You'd probably I'll probably get killed by a few people, man. I can't state. It's private matters. It's private matters. I'm sorry, boys. Isaac will tell you. Because I don't want to say myself. Because, you know. You're actually gonna. Okay, we'll say this. If Jack stays with the Heat, you can say it. If not, no. So with the did Jack sign with the thing? Nope. So who signed? Let's see. The thing is, to the Bulls. You haven't signed with the Bulls yet. Have you signed with the Celtics? Nope. Have you signed with the Clippers? No. The Grizzlies? No. Hawks? No. Heat? Jack didn't sign with the Heat. Let's go. The Hornets? You still sign no one, Isaac. The Utah Jazz? No one. The Sacramento Kings? No one. Shut up. We're in the New York Knicks. No. Did anyone actually... Jack, did you get signed to a contract? I actually don't know. Let's have a look. Did Jack get signed to a contract at some point in his career? I don't want to get it wrong. You may get it wrong, and then I'll kill you. The Raptors. No one signed anyone, actually. Jack, you still haven't been signed here. Oh my. Don't tell me no one's been signed. Oh! We signed Kawhi Leonard. Oh my god. I don't actually think you got signed. Give me a moment. Where's free agents? Is free agents not here? Wait a second. He is joking. He is joking. Don't worry, he's joking. Aiden's a joker. Ha 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 ha. Okay, let's have a look. So, free agents. Actually, Jack would have got signed because he's not here. So, you have all signed to a team, right? So let's have a look. So player stats on the 76ers. None of you on the 76ers. The Bucks did not sign Jack. The Bulls still have Julian. The Cavs, they don't have anyone still. The Celtics have Fenton and George still. Where the hell? Anything? Isaac, you realize in life that when you're out somewhere, you don't just because you've spoken to them, you don't just say, oh yeah, because I haven't spoken to you, I'm not going to go up to you for your number or something like that, are you? You have to get to know them first, and life is about getting to know them. Hawks, no one went to the Hawks. Heat, Jack Trigg, you stayed on the Heat. Okay. Hornets, Isaac, you're still on the Hornets. No one else. I think we'll do one more. We'll do 2 more seasons. I'm not a player. What do you mean I'm a player? Denison's still on the Kings. The ones I'm looking for is Harry Hine and Harry Hemman and yeah, just Harry and Hemman. Where did Harry and Hemman sign? Does Harry and Hemman still haven't signed with anyone by the looks of things? Hemman stayed with the Pacers. Did Harry join him? No. Is Harry still on the Spurs? Don't tell me Harry's still on the Spurs. He's just ruining his life on the Spurs if he is. Harry stayed with Spurs. Okay. 1 year, 33 mil contract though, so everyone's going to be changing. I'm on a 1 year still, so everyone's on a 1 year deal, except Declan's still on the 4 year deal. Because he signed another one with the OKC. So we're going to skip all the way to thing. How many more seasons do you want to play of this, guys? Do you want to play 1 more season, see where everyone goes in free agency, or do you want to play 2 more? It's up to you guys. So do you want to play this one, see where everyone goes free agency and stop, or do you want to go here, this season, and then see where everyone goes in free agency and play that season? So you want to do the one where we see how we do in the next year of free agency. Okay. And then I'll end it there, because I am actually getting tired. Slightly. So, you know, I've been doing this for about 1 hour and 48 minutes, if you look in the top left-hand corner of your stream. Still, no one has actually won MVP. No one's won MVP. The only player to have won Most Improved Player out of everyone here is, in fact, Harry. And the only player to win 6th Man of the Year out of everyone here is, in fact, Theo. So, you know, interesting. Did Alex Train leave? Because I feel like he raged because he gave up on life or something like that. And why is it? So basically, the viewers are going from like 2 to 4, then 3, then 4 and that. So some people come in, leaving, come in, leaving. So we're nearly there to the place where we can see who made the All-Star. This will be very interesting if anyone actually makes captain within the next 2 years. Isaac, do you reckon you'll stay at the Hornets? We know you love the Hornets, Isaac. You know, you're having fun times. Oh, thank you, Aiden Reynolds. 43 minutes ago, he subscribed to my channel. Thank you, Aiden. Yes, thank you. We are still going. My game is just loving to go slow because everyone's using the internet in my house for some reason. I just watched a video while we were doing this about 6 NBA stars in the worst current situations, and the 2 worst ones was Westbrook had lost PG-13, and apparently Cat has no future, according to this YouTuber. So, you know, his life is over. Why is my game going so slow still? Come on. Is Alex Trainer returned yet? Because I want to see where his dead stats are going this year, and whether they're better than Aiden's or not, or whether Aiden's still keeping up his high streak. And will anyone actually win Most Improved Player in the next couple of years? No. Okay, very interesting. We are too good now. Yes, that is true. You're too good, to be honest. Hammond's still an 88. Right, let's check. So, no one made captain. Ashwin, Fenton, and Sean made starters. So Sean made the starter. Theo, Declan, Julian made thing. So Theo, Julian, and Declan made reserve. So we're gonna sim to the end of the All-Star break. See how they did. I've got a bee in my room, so if I scream, it means it's come near me instead of on my window. Okay. Right, so Denson's averaging 9.5 assists, boys. The highest amount of points averaging is Isaac so far with 23.9, and George Powers on 21.5. So
not making all-star team.
Rebounds. Let's have a look.
Making all-star team. Josh, didn't I average like 23?
You did, but you're not in there. So Fenton averaging 11. Very interesting. So, let me quickly end the call with Isaac. Isaac,
Yeah.
leave. My mom has told me to quiet up. Okay, so that's the stats at the moment. Any injuries though? We're just gonna check any injuries, see if anyone's injured very badly. Jack Trigg, you've broken your left thigh at 4 to 6 weeks now. Alex Trainer, dislocated right patella, so day to day. And that seems it for now. Now we're just going to sim to the end of the season. See where everyone goes in free agency, do one more season, and then I shall hop off before I get killed by my parents. Very interesting. Hmm. Right, we're near the end of the season, boys. We can finally see whether Isaac actually makes an MVP, or he's still just on the crappy team known as the Hornets. Will he ever get off the Hornets, or will he still stay on the Hornets at the end of the season? And we are at the final game of the season, and the MVP award goes to Zion Williamson for like the 5th year in a row. 6th man of the year, nope. Most improved, hell no. So no one made first team, very interesting. Anyone make second team? Second team was made by Sean and Ashwin. All NBA third was made by me, Fenton, and in fact Isaac as well. Then all defensive team, no one made that. All defensive second, Jacob again, 5'11" though, and Julian. So that seems it right at the moment. Then we're gonna go, just because of the fact that we're gonna end it soon. We're gonna check out just league leaders. So in terms of points, Isaac is 21.7. Actually, no, Eamon got higher with 21.8. George Powell 21.4. Very interesting. Rebounds. So the highest one out of everyone here was Fenton with 10.9. Assists. Oh crap. Assists. Denison 9.8. Steals. Jacob got 2. Very well. And in blocks, the highest in blocks was Fenton with 1.6. So it looks like Fenton had a very good season yet again. And we now simulate the playoffs. By the looks of things, Isaac, the Hornets finally made the playoffs, but they're probably about to get whitewashed by the Hawks. And they lost. Unlucky. It's Aiden versus Ashwin yet again in the other semi-final. My Phoenix Suns have made the finals, which is actually very good. So Dallas versus Phoenix. Oh wow, will I win a ring? Oh, Ashwin beat me to it. Oh my. I might win a ring, boys. Oi. Oi. Ugh. 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 I thought I was going to win a ring for a second, and look at these points. Just look at this game. Jeez. Look, game 1, yeah? Jeez. Game 2. Jeez. Game 3. Oh my god. Then we're going to advance. We're going to see where everyone goes in free agency. Player retirements. Did anyone here retire? So, by the looks of things, no. So, very interesting. So, Hall of Fame inductees. Damian Lillard and DeMarcus Cousins. Okay. League meetings. Let's go league meetings. So, approved. Change the number of fouls required before players fouls out to 7. Do I or do I not accept that? For all you there, do I reject it or do I keep it? You got 5 seconds. So I'm going to reject that, seeing as no one replied in the messages. Draft lottery. Will anyone do well on the draft lottery? And the answer is the Hornets actually got the first pick in the draft. Well done, the Hornets. So now we're going to go all the way past free agency, and we're going to see where everyone signed to. So did Isaac stay with the Hornets? By the looks of things, at the 76ers roster, looks like no one went to the 76ers. So, transaction report. So, 76ers did not sign anyone. The Milwaukee Bucks did not sign anyone. The Chicago Bulls did not re-sign Julian. Interesting. The Boston Celtics did not re-sign Fenton or George. The Clippers did not sign anyone. The Grizzlies did not. The Atlanta Hawks signed Dennis Madan to a 1-year, $25 million contract. The Miami Heat did not sign anyone. The Hornets, Isaac, you didn't get re-signed to the Hornets. The Kings did not sign anyone. The Knicks did not sign anyone. The Lakers, no. The Magic, no. The Dallas, nope. The Nets, no. Did anyone actually get signed? Oh no. Pistons. Oh no. Rockets. Spurs. Oh no, boys. That's where it might end. Thunder. Trailblazers. Guys, is this game glitched out, or, you know, your contracts did run out, I'm pretty sure. Like, let me advance to the end of the season and check. I'm pretty sure your contracts ran out, because my one ran out, definitely. And because I was on the 1 year 400, so. So the Bulls still have. So the Bulls did re-sign Julian then. Very interesting. So it might be glitched. Or did Julian re-sign a contract? So yeah, he did. He signed a 4-year, 160 mil. The Cavs did not sign anyone. The Celtics re-signed Fenton on 2-year 77, George Powell on 2-year 78, and no one else. The Clippers didn't sign anyone. The Grizzlies didn't sign anyone. The Hawks, obviously they signed Dennison from before. Heat re-signed Jack Trigg. Now obviously 4 years, we already knew that. Hornets, Isaac, they re-signed you for 2 years, 82 mil. And it seems like everyone's got dead, pretty much. Wait, did Yaman re-sign? Yeah, Yaman re-signed, 4 years, 160. Kings, no one went to the Kings. Knicks, no one signed the Knicks. Lakers, nope. The Magic, no. Mavericks, Asher, you signed 2 years, 79 mil. The Nets did not sign anyone. The Nuggets did not sign anyone. Pacers, Hammond, 4-year, 138 mil contract. Seems like it. Pelicans, Aiden, 4-year, 152 mil contract. The Pistons did not re-sign. Oh, they did re-sign Sean on a 5-year, 202 mil contract. Jeez. Raptors did not re-sign anyone. Rockets, nope. Spurs, Harry Hine. Yeah, we already knew about Harry Hine. Suns, I re-signed the 4-year, 157 mil. Thunder, Declan, 3-year, 122. Timberwolves, nope. Trailblazers, Eamon, Jacob, and is Kim still on the team? Kim is not on the team. So they still. Theo stayed on the Warriors. And the Wizards, Alex still on the Wizards, but his rating has gone down, which means that he was trash. And so because everyone's pretty much stayed on the same teams and nothing's going to end up going well, and because I have to go off very soon, I'm literally just going to sim to the end of the season, see who does bits, and at the end of it, if everyone doesn't do well, everyone doesn't do well, and we'll just end it here, and we'll refresh it next Friday after school, where I will do a much longer stream into like 12 o'clock at night. So, good luck, people. Last 10 minutes, see how this goes. Thank you to my new subscribers. 15 minutes ago, Jack Trigg, and 10 minutes ago, Isaac Dennis. Thank you very much. I will have a few new videos out, you never know. I might stream Rocket League, I might stream some random Fortnite vids, but probably crappy. I'll stream some NBA probably, maybe even some Smite. You probably never heard of that game before, boys. And maybe some Minecraft, obviously, with Isaac. So you know, we had to see some of that. And that seems like it for now. Yeah, this stream was definitely longer than the last one. Like if I go to my last stream, right, the one I made this morning was 1 hour and 17 minutes long. This one's already 2 hours and 7 minutes, which is actually very interesting. And Isaac, you know, I'm actually surprised that you actually stayed throughout the whole 2 hours 7 minutes. It just shows that you are really enthusiastic with this as well. Isaac, do you reckon anyone's gonna get MVP? Sixth man? Maybe most improved? Who knows? If you hear this in the background, it's a small video I'm watching.
Go get your missus, bro. Go get my missus. I'm tired. You can have her, bro.
Cut a long story short, I brought up like the whole, because he was like, you're not clear on what you want, and I was like, oh.
Why didn't you just tell him though at that point?
God, no. 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 Nah, it is.
Do you know what you want?
Everybody came over at me and said, to see something. The same staring at us.
It's just a preview for today, so you know. So watching it before it comes out in 20 minutes.
I would have been happy like that if he was going, you know what, I'm just going to draw a line and everything. It wouldn't have been like, never say never. Never say never. Because you can't.
Either one of you are taking the piss.
And you really think it's me?
I don't know you well enough to say you're not going to take the piss. Do you see our feelings?
No.
How'd you chat there last night? I just don't know what's like the truth and what's not the truth. Do you know what I mean?
He's not being honest with you.
Being honest.
Because if he'd said to Amber yesterday, it's definitely done, why would Amber then even contemplate taking him on a date?
Michael, can you meet me at the sun deck? I was hearing from the girls that Michael didn't close things off. I was hearing from Michael that he did close things off. So I was like, you know what? What a perfect way to have this chat and have this out is to bring them both together and confront the situation.
She wants to basically pull them both for a chat to check who's lying and who's not lying.
Most improved player goes to Zion Williamson. Most improved, Jaden McDaniels. All NBA first. Ashwin and Isaac both make All NBA first. All NBA second. Did anyone make All NBA second? Or is my game glitching? There we go. Declan and Aiden made All NBA second in the final season, and Fenton made All NBA third in the final season. First team defensive, Isaac, first time in the defensive team, along with Julian, and Jacob made all defensive second. So that seems like it was it for now. So we're going to quickly check the league leaders just for it. So obviously, in terms of shooting, Declan was the highest with 22.4. Then next was Ashwin with 20.9. Isaac, where was you? You were on 20 exactly, which is your career low actually. Rebounds, Fenton still with 10. I actually got 10, so I got double this year. Very lovely. Hemman with 9. Then assists, Denison 8.8, still doing bits as he always has done throughout the whole entire career. Asherin with 7.7, Sean with 7.7, and Declan with 7.5. Steals, highest steals, Jacob with 2.2, slowly coming into this last couple of years. Asherin with 1.6. Blocks per game, the highest out of everyone here in terms of blocks per game was actually Alex Trainer. Alex Trainer went 9, 6, and 3, averaging 1.8 blocks. Turnovers, obviously, we know Jacob's probably going to have the most. Right, we're going to do the final playoffs and see how everything goes. So, the Cavs, Isaac, they've actually made the second seed. How do you feel? The Washington Wizards also made the playoffs. And yet again, it seems to be Dallas versus New Orleans in the semi-final. And yet again, Dallas wins. And it seems like it's going to be another Dallas versus Atlanta final, probably. Nope, Timberwolves versus the Hawks. And the Hawks win. Anyone on the Hawks team? The answer is Denison Madan wins his first ever ring. So, yeah, very interesting. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in to this series, and I'd like to say this is the end of the series, so I shall now exit this and we shall refresh the whole thing again with new stats, maybe even an extra few players ready for next Friday. So GG's, see you lot tomorrow. Bye.